Hi guys, welcome to your library at home. It's me, Elda. We are just a tiny bit early, but let me know when you guys jump on and you're watching. Tonight we're going to make some really fun focaccia bread, which is bouquet art, so it's edible art bread. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Try not to have it fall off the plate. So this is what we're making tonight. Focaccia bread, which is edible bouquet art. It is really good and very, very easy to make. So, thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys hop on. And tonight is edible focaccia bouquet art bread. So, hi guys, welcome to your library at home. It's me, Elda. Thanks for watching. Tonight we're going to make this simple and easy focaccia bread. It only takes 6 ingredients. You are going to need a half a teaspoon of salt. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of olive oil for your bread, and then a tablespoon for drizzle and afterwards. 2/3 cups of water, a half a teaspoon of honey, and a half a teaspoon of salt. So hi guys, thanks for joining. It's 7 o'clock, we're gonna get started. Welcome to your library at home, and tonight we're going to make super easy focaccia bread. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you guys are watching. Sorry, a little distraction. Hi Heike, thanks for watching tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera down, and we are going to get started right away. There's a couple different steps to this process, and hopefully, I apologize if my table is shaky. Let me show you guys again what we're watching. Here you go, Heike. This is what we're making tonight. We are making focaccia bread with vegetables, and we're creating garden art. So there's what your bread's gonna look like when you're all done. So the first thing you're going to need to do, I got my 2/3 cup of warm water. So I got the water heating up. You are going to need 1.25 ounces of active dry yeast, and we are going to go ahead and dissolve that in 2/3 cup of water with a half a teaspoon of honey. I'm going to go ahead and grab my water. You want your water to be nice and warm. Going to go ahead and get some nice warm water for us. Just want to make sure you don't have too much. The only tricky part to this is literally getting the honey out of the container. And where did I put my honey? It's funny because I thought I got honey. So let me grab some honey. Got everything ready for us but the honey tonight. Sorry about that. So we're going to do a half a teaspoon of honey. And what I like to do is take my honey and stir it up in my warm water first so I can get it nice and off the spoon. Because I've got this organic raw honey that is really, really thick. So just dissolve your honey a little bit, get it off the spoon. And then you want to mix up your yeast until it's dissolved. All right, so I think I got all my honey off. Just gonna go ahead and rinse my spoon off. Go ahead and pour that in there. And you're just gonna stir this up until your yeast is dissolved, until it turns into kind of a creamy-like mixture. And then once it is all dissolved, you wanna let this sit for 10 minutes. Although we are gonna skip that step, because we don't want to sit here for 10 minutes while this is dissolving. So I will let you guys know if you really need to do that step. But I'm going to mix this up really good. I go ahead and get a little spatula to get it off the sides. And I'm using a bigger bowl because we're just going to do all our mixing here. I just want to get all my yeast. Okay, so it looks like it is all dissolved. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys have a shadow. Do you have a shadow? If anybody can tell me if you guys can see okay, otherwise I will adjust the light because it looks to me like it's kind of dark. So you want to go ahead and just mix this up. And like I said, you're going to let that sit for 10 minutes. Make sure it's all dissolved. Can you guys see how it turned into like this creamy? It almost looks like the coffee, the color I like my coffee. I like a lot of cream in my coffee. Oops, splashed. Okay, so you're going to let this sit. You're going to let this dissolve for 10 minutes. So we are just going to pretend like it's been 10 minutes. And you're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of flour. I've got 2 cups in here. So, oh good, thank you, Heike. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of my flour. Let's see, a little bit more. I'm going to add we're mixing this in real quickly. I'm going to add my salt. I'm going to add my olive oil. And we're going to mix this up real good. I don't know about you guys, but I have never made homemade focaccia bread before. So I was really, really excited because literally this is very, very easy. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this all up. And then you're going to go ahead and add the rest of the flour, but don't add it all because you might not eat it and you don't wanna overflour it. You just wanna add enough flour for it to be elasticy, if that makes sense. I'm shaking my table. Mix this up. And as soon as you get all your flour mixed in, so like I can tell I definitely need to add more flour. Once you get your flour mixed in, you are going to go ahead and knead it together with your hands and you're going to form a ball. So if you guys can see, it is mixing. This part's gonna get a little tricky because it's probably going to get shaky. So I've got all my flour mixed in. Now you need to go ahead and knead it with your hands. And you just want enough flour so that it's not sticky. So you see mine's still sticky, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more flour. And you wanna do this until it's not sticking to your fingers anymore. And you're gonna mix this up and knead this for 7 minutes. So I'm gonna pull this out of the bowl first in a second so you guys can see. So I just wanna scrape everything off the side, make sure I got it all. It's still sticking to my fingers now that I'm kneading it a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Almost used all my flour. There's probably a teaspoon left in there. Okay, so now I can tell this is good. It's elasticy. It's not really sticking to my fingers too much. So we just wanna mix this up. You are gonna go ahead, I'll take it out of there. I'm gonna shake my camera doing this. I was trying to do it in the bowl. So you're just gonna go ahead and knead this together. Put a little bit of flour on here. And you're gonna create a ball. You're just gonna do this for, like I said, about 7 minutes until it's nice and soft. Kinda feels like Play-Doh, that perfect Play-Doh, if you remember that, my favorite thing when my kids were little. So we're just gonna knead this. So you guys are gonna go ahead and do this, like I said, 7 minutes. You are going to pop this, create a ball, and I'm gonna pop it right back in the same bowl that I started with, and I'm going to cover it with a damp cloth for 1 hour in a warm spot. I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick, guys. A little break here. Okay, so we have to kind of bypass this next step because after it sits for an hour, you are going to take it out of the bowl, and you are going to put it in your pan. You're gonna rub that extra little bit of either olive oil or spray it with some cooking spray. And you're gonna go ahead and roll it out into a rectangle. Hi Larry, thanks for watching. And then as you can see right here, I've rolled it out to about a 1/2 inch. Now, then you're gonna go ahead and cover it with a towel and you're gonna let it sit for 40 minutes. So I've already done that step. So we are now ready to create our art. So while that's sitting there, I just wanna show you. So you can use literally any veggies. You can use onions, peppers, tomatoes, olives, anything that you wanna garnish your bouquet with. And then you're just gonna cut these guys up. Green onions. I'm using green onions for the stem. And if you want, you can use this part of the onion for the center of your flower. So anything circle makes a great center of the flower. You can get really creative with this. Cut off anything that looks not so fun. I like to pull these apart. Hi Jean, thanks for watching. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and these are gonna be my flower stems. And you can make them as like, I kinda like this fun curly one. Not sure how that one's gonna turn out, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so I don't like the way that one looks. Take this one apart. I'm just gonna cut this down the center. You can leave them thick if you want, totally up to you. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna put 4 flowers. So those are our stems. These can be our centers. I really, really like, hi Emma, thanks for watching. I like the red peppers, I think they look really pretty on there. So I'm just gonna slice these up for some flower petals. Take out that big one. I've got some cilantro. I will tell you the cilantro dries out a little bit, but I'll show you how it looks on there. And some tomatoes, you gotta have cherry tomatoes. You can cut your tomatoes 2 ways. You can make a fun flower with circles. This again can be the center, or you can make your flowers the long ways. I'll do 1 more tomato. And then let's see, we need orange pepper. We need another color. So I've seen it where some people go ahead, they use the stem just like that. So we'll try that today. And once again, you can do your peppers this way. We'll see how this all goes together. We'll cut them both ways. Another potential for the center of a flower. And then we'll go with this nice long orange one. Of course, I rinsed all my veggies before. And we'll cut these the long way too. I like the peppers the long way. I think they look really pretty on there. All right, so here we've got some veggies. Now what you want to do is you want to create little dimples. So I'm just going to go ahead and gently poke in my bread. Also wanted to tell you guys, you can season your bread, and you can either do it when you're mixing up your dough, or you can do it on the end as another form of garnish. So we're just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna dab my fingers in there and go ahead and rub the whole bread. Sorry if I'm shaking. Rub it with olive oil. All right, and then now where's the fun part? I'm also, right now, I'm gonna sprinkle mine with a little bit of garlic salt. You won't see it, and this is gonna give it a little bit of flavor. So you can do garlic salt, onion salt, Parmesan cheese, whatever flavor bread you like. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead. You wanna push these down. And what I found is when it's baking, you can also peek in and go ahead and push your stems down a little bit, because these do kind of pop up a little bit. I'll show you on the finished one. If you can, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I went ahead and just, after it cooked for just a few minutes, I pushed the green onions down, so they cooked, the bread cooked around it. So they don't look like they're gonna stick right now, but that really, really helps. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll put these guys right here. I think this is a great spot for my little tomato stem. And just go ahead and create some flower petals with your cut veggies. I'm breaking these apart. I'm gonna need a smaller one. go. These will go there. You see how cute that looks? I don't know if it looks cute. Doesn't that look fun? You guys, these are super fun to make. I really suggest you try it. It's so easy. Okay, so there's one flower. Now we're gonna do a red onion one. Same way. And I suppose you could get really, really creative and maybe not make flowers. I've seen these really loaded up. I'm excited to eat it with the red onion. I haven't tried the red onion on there, but and we are gonna go ahead and put the yellow right in the center. You probably wanna do your centers first. I am experimenting tonight, so you guys, thank you for giving me your input. Okay, so there's another one. And now we'll do the tomatoes. I'm gonna move this one down a little bit so I have a little room for my tomato flower. And this one's gonna get the little baby white onion. You guys can't see that very well probably on there, but I can see it, it looks pretty good. And we're just gonna go all the way around, same thing. So you guys get the idea, creating flowers. Imagine how good this would be if you were actually doing it in the summertime with your fresh veggies. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I did a couple that were cut, sliced, and then the ends, and I think I like these end ones better. Okay, and then if you want, this is where you can put cilantro down, maybe to create a little bit of grass. You could also use them for leaves if you want. But like I said, the cilantro tends to cook pretty quickly. So if you don't mind it being a little cooked, what could we do? We could also do, I'm gonna do one more little thing here. This one, just because it's so long, I'm going to add some little leaves coming out the side of that one. And you guys, there you have it. Now, you could keep going with the decorating. I would love to see you guys do this and send in some pictures. I hope you guys try this. I really do. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I think it's pretty fun, and honestly, it tastes really good. Everybody in my house really enjoyed eating these. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of grass down here with my extra green onion. Obviously, you guys, the more garnishing you put on here, the better your bread's gonna taste too. Okay, so now at this point, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle it with a little bit of Italian seasoning, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And then I'm just gonna dab it in a few spots, a little bit more olive oil, and then you wanna bake it in an oven, in your oven, 400 for, oh, I gotta check, 15 minutes. I did leave mine in for about 22 minutes, and I'm gonna say probably 18 minutes in my oven would have been perfect. Okay, so here you have it, you guys. Here is your edible focaccia bread, or bouquet garden art bread, because obviously focaccia bread's edible. When this cooks, after about 5 minutes, just go through and poke this into your dough, and it'll cook perfectly. So there's what it looks like before it goes in the oven, and here's what it looks like when it comes out. So it's really, really good. I think you guys are gonna like it. And also, one really fun, I'm gonna turn the camera up. One really fun thing about this is, I forgot to tell you, so that first, how we made the dough, where did I put it? I'm gonna check on it real quick. It's really fun. After you guys let this sit, it'll be double. It'll be like almost half this bowl. So that's really, really fun. I forgot how fun it was to use yeast and watch things rise. Anyways, thank you guys for watching tonight. Let me know if you guys try it. I would love to see pictures of it if you do, and let me know if you like it, and then I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and we are going to be making, for March into Health, we're going to be making salads in mason jars. Super excited about that. So, all right, you guys, let me know if you make it. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye.